professionals, let me present the situation to you. You either started generating your own leads with social media, or you sign up for a lead program. Anyways, you are getting leads from the outside. You're getting self-generated leads. You're calling the leads and they seem not to pick up the phone, be like an alien, um, hanging up on you as soon as you're mentioning solar. They don't even talk proper English, and they really sound like they are from a super low income environment. I wouldn't like to judge anyone. And so after receiving all these cues, then you are labeling that the leads do not work. Then I have to share something with you. You have a misunderstanding about lead nurture, and you have a misunderstanding about lead quality. And so in this video, I would like to properly address the expectations. I would like to share a process with you of how we are dealing with all these quote unquote problems. And at the end of the day, I would like to clean and reorient your mind space, your expectations regarding to how you are supposed to be dealing with the solar leads. So, long story short, let me tell you the exact process of how these leads are generated and what is in their mind. We are talking about Facebook ads leads. What is happening on Facebook is that there is Miss Smith who's actually scrolling through social media because she's on lunch break or whatever that might be. This is 2 p.m. Um, Thursday afternoon. She's just scrolling on social media, blah. He's just looking at images, so on and so forth. You know the feeling exactly what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I guess you know. The fortunate ones are not scrolling through social media. And she just sees this ad, and it's like, hey, go solar. Like government pays for solar. You're getting an $8,000 rebate check when you go solar today. 4 months of bill and all the crap. And so she doesn't really understand what is happening, and she just sees that money, free money, and also when we are shooting for such people with such creatives and such advertising copies, that will only be able to target those people. So they will not be clicking on the ad because of they saw solar. They will be clicking on the ad because they saw free money. Government pays for whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like solar, duck, it doesn't matter. So the purpose for they clicking is to get free money. And so on the other side, if they are able to be contacted, meaning that they are picking up the phone or replying the email, whatever the contact method might be, they do not even know what you're talking about. Of course, they will not know that you're talking about solar. They will be like, what? What are you talking about? Because they just wanted to sign up for something free, something free cash or whatever that might be. And so now that you have the understanding of where these leads, where the crappy leads are coming from, now you also must have the understanding that why every single lead could not be converted and why the volume above the, the quantity first above quality first approach with Facebook works better. Okay, let me explain. So when we are cutting out the BS on the marketing level and we are only advertising with images and texts that are actually suggesting that, hey, go solar, you don't have to pay anything up front. No down payments. And you will be able to save thousands on your electricity bill on a yearly basis. Then those people are still clicking for saving money, but they're clicking to save money through solar. And so again, when you're calling that person, when you're contacting that person, then they might eventually say that, hey, I do not even know what you're talking about because they might have also been clicking because of, hey, free money. I don't care why is that. They just only said, hey, you can save money. And so you must understand that whatever and however good your campaign might be, whichever company you might be working with, this goes on and on and on. You must understand that there will be people who are crap because this is the nature of Facebook leads. Although Facebook leads are the cheapest. If you've ever heard this, then I have to tell you from an industry experience, then Facebook leads can be 10 times cheaper than YouTube leads. On an average, they are 3 to 5 times cheaper, although they are not as much qualified. But here comes the idea. When you are actually receiving a notification from someone that actually showed up that, hey, they might be interested, you are calling them immediately. And so if you are calling them immediately, then the chances that they will be picking up the phone is way higher. Second, the chance that they will actually know what you're talking about, therefore they could be converted to an appointment, is significantly higher, immensely higher. And so the reason for that is because that person, like likely just as every single person who is scrolling through social media, doesn't really have too big of a focus bandwidth. I mean, they do not really think about like their whole days in the perspective of, hey man, you know, I'm getting this project done, therefore I'm getting that other project done in 2 hours, so therefore I will be able to get everything done today. I mean, they don't really have this focused, scheduled life. They are just scrolling. They are just inattentive. People who are scrolling on Facebook in general, they are just inattentive. This is a characteristic. So better live with it. So if you're scrolling on Facebook, that's your problem. I'm not here to judge. Um, and the actual idea is that that person needed to be caught at that exact moment when she or he just clicked on the ad. And if you're able to do that, then you're good. So this is basically what is happening. Let me share with you what is exactly happening. So we have this process which we've been building up to make sure that we are squeezing out every single juice of every single opportunity, every single lead that opts in with our clients. And so with that being said, I would like to bring your attention to a few metrics. The very first one being that we are making between 20 to 25 follow-up calls with every single instance. Meaning that if someone ever opts in, they will be called at least 20 times. You might be saying, Alex, what are you talking about? Calling someone 20 times, is that legally? Is that even legal? Yes. Because you're calling them because you would like to serve them. You're not calling them because you want to make money out of them. You call them because you know that solar is a good solution for them, that it is a no-brainer offer in 2023. The government also has. You can have the environment, and you're just simply making a good homeowner decision, just in general. I mean, yes, you will be using your credit, but if you don't really have any other investment plans, then you then start doing something. And again, so you're not doing it for the money, but you're doing it for actually serving a purpose with that. And so now that your approach is coming from here, then you can understand that if someone ever showed any type of an interest towards getting solar, then that person must at least receive the information that is available. Meaning that we must do everything within our power, so therefore they will be willing to sit down with a solar consultation with you, my dear friend here, to actually go through the details to get to know their options. And this is our purpose. This is why we are calling them 20 times. And so, with that being said, um, the whole journey begins on day one. And let me just present you the whole opportunity on a concept level. Day one, we are calling the lead 5 times. Okay. First, as soon as they opt in, maximum within 1 hour. But when we are helping you to do this, guys, we are calling it immediately. I mean, within 5 minutes. If they're not picking up for the first call, then then we are calling them for a second call. There's also a huge benefit for that, because if you're thinking about that, then you are way much likely pick up the phone for someone if you don't know the phone number, if someone is calling you 2 times or 3 times, because you just assume that there is an emergency, and especially if they are quote unquote regular people, so let's say they're not working in sales, then that definitely suggests that someone really wants to reach them. So we are calling them 2 times. If we're not able to reach them, then we are going ahead and calling them again. We are leaving them a text, we are leaving them a voicemail, we are leaving them an email. And we'll have a sequence that will run in the background, which will be us sending them emails, which will educate the prospect, and also will be suggesting them to book an appointment. Or I would say that intend to persuade to book an appointment. And so above that, we also have the calls going on, right? And now that we've gone through 2 calls, they didn't pick up. We're calling them again about 2 hours later. If they do not pick up, we're calling them 4 hours later again 2 times, just to make sure that we are calling them in different hours. Because getting back to the initial principle, which is the fundamental principle that I would like to put my emphasis upon in this video, is that leads are the best when they are hot, and they will get cold super easily. So let's say that person scrolls through social media. Average person, by the way, spends 70, average US person, US adult spends more than 73 minutes on social media a day. So do you believe that that person will remember the ad that they did click on? I don't believe so. At least this is my experience now. So with that being said, when we're waiting 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 weeks, then they won't have a clue what we are talking about. So we have to get into contact with them as soon as humanly possible. All right. But if they do not pick up on day one, because suppose that they were busy, then we are calling them on day two again with 1 hour difference. So let's say that they've been opting in at 8 a.m. We are calling them 9 a.m. Again, 1 hour later, 10 a.m. Again, at the end of the day, 4 p.m. Next day, if they didn't pick up the phone, we are calling them 10 a.m. We are calling them in the middle of the day. We are calling them 5 p.m. Next day, 11 a.m. We are trying different times. Like we are calling them in every single time and in every single aspect to make sure that we are maximizing our chances. So mathematically speaking, if we are calling them in pretty much every single time slot throughout the day, enough times, then they will eventually find them in a place when they will be picking up the phone throughout. And obviously, if it doesn't work out after 20 calls and 2 weeks, then obviously we have someone that will be leaving alone. It's like we'll be sending them an email and goodbye. Thank you so much for opting in. But at the end of the day, as you can see, we also have a mathematically supplied system that actually works under the call schedules, and also we are making sure that we are playing the volumes game. And so this is how we are able to turn almost every single lead into at least a connected lead. It's someone who actually connects with us, someone who actually is interested in the service. And so now, my friend, your job, whether it will be your job, whether it will be the agency's job that you just signed up, you must understand that this is what you have to do. I don't care if you have automatizations all set. I don't care if you have a fancy AI chatbot with Go high level. I don't care if you're with an agency and unless they are calling the leads themselves and scheduling appointments to you, then you have a job that needed to be done, which means either manually calling and confirming with the leads, or manually calling, qualifying, and confirming with the leads. Meaning that there are some leads who already book an appointment for automatization, but they still do not know whether we can connect with them or not. So we still have to pick up the phone with them and still have to make a call with them. And so after that, and only after that, that we've been able to contact these guys, we can make sure that we have an appointment that is scheduled. Because up until that point, and this is what is happening, I see this all the time. The the lead is scheduling the appointment, going through the funnel properly, the lead is scheduling the appointment. He's also texting, like we are sending them an automatized text message. Hey, you scheduled your time for Monday, 11 p.m., excuse me, 11 a.m. Is that good for you? Yes, of course. Awesome. We also sent you some material. Did you get the chance to check that out? Yes, of course, I'll be checking that out. Okay, next day I'll be sending them a message again, automatized message. Today we'll be meeting at time. When time comes, they flake. Why is that? Because this is human nature. Most of the people out there, 95% of people, they're just not organized. They don't have a clue like about all the tasks that they have to get done throughout the day. And so with that being said, our goal, our main intention supposed to be or must be or should be to make sure that we are able to contact with them. Because they will likely not remember just a random text conversation, but they will likely remember a 4 minute, 5, 10 minute conversation with a human being, which was always also a little bit of pre-sales. And they will actually commit over the phone. Then again, there is also this psychological principle, which is commitment, which is if we actually commit to something that we are likely to uh, pursue with that direction. So we hate to say to not be authentic to ourselves and to our self identity. So, for example, um, if you say to someone that I'm a sports person, and the next time you're talking about sports, you're not mentioning them that hey man, I just ate 6 kilograms of donuts last week and I didn't run anything. You will not be mentioning that because you are consistent. So this is the consistency theory. By the way, there is a good book about this, Influence by Robert Cialdini. And at the end of the day, just to get back to our main flow over here, we must understand that this is our job to manually call every single lead. A text message is not enough. In 2023, at least, this is not enough. So these are the winning metrics that you're looking for. Call the lead as soon as humanly possible. So if you're mathematically speaking, call the lead in 1 minute after opting in. That's the best. You just simply have the best chances. Call the lead 2 times if they don't pick up for the first time. At least 40% of the leads pick up for the second time, period. So it's like you just lost 40% over there. Third, make sure that that conversation will be memorable and make sure that you actually give them some value to the conversation. So it's like, hey, let's set up an appointment. No. Hey, did you know that you will be able to save this amount of money? Did you know that you will be able to save the environment? I'm just answering many of your questions. Like, let's set up the conversation. You just provided them value. And so if you're not able to go through that, then you definitely need someone who will go through that because that is the only way when a lead is properly vetted and is ready to be closed. Because if you don't do that, then you're just making the risk of not having someone who's properly vetted, not having a lead that is properly set. And so then you're wasting money, then you're wasting energy, and then you're wasting everything. So with that being said, just as I promised, I would like to show you our process over here, which is super, super simple. Again, you can also just pause the video at any time and you can just simply see the whole process. So we are generating the leads. They either book, they do not book. It doesn't really matter. We are always following up with them. We are sending them immediately an SMS and an email. After that, 1 hour, we are calling them. Email, SMS, and call them. If the appointment is set, then we'll be just simply jumping right here, which will be a 25-hour reminder, which unfortunately seems like, oopsie, sorry about that, which unfortunately seems like it got covered a bit. So we'll have a 24-hour reminder, which will be email and SMS, just the things that I mentioned to you. And we'll have also a 1 hour before SMS. So note here, If you have been contacting with the lead uh, throughout the phone before that, then you will have someone who is accepting for that appointment. And so after, if you're sending the confirmation message after that, then you're good. And you're good because you will just simply have people who you've been connected with. And so this is the core idea. And so after that, you will be able to schedule the in-home virtual appointment, and you can make sure that every single person will show, or you'll be just maximizing your chances. And so as you can see, if they don't pick up at for the first, we are calling them again. We are calling them again. If they still don't pick up on Thursday, then we have day 2. Then we have day 3. Then we have day 4. Then we have day 5. Then we have day 8. Then we have day 10. And then we have day 12. And so every single day after that, we are just calling them 3 to 5 times in different time slots. So therefore, we are maximizing our chances in order for us to be able to make an appointment and book an appointment with them. So if you don't do that, or if you're working with someone and they are not doing that, then you're screwed. Then you're wasting money, and then you can claim that leads don't work. But this is the reason why leads doesn't work. This is the exact reason why leads doesn't work. There can be 2 reasons. The very first one is that the advertiser is just claiming such nonsense that the lead will have no idea that they will be talking about solar, meaning that government pays for solar, you will be getting a rebate check of like $8,000, some crap. And secondly, if you're not doing the proper lead nurturing process. So again, this is a 2-step process: lead generation and lead nurturing. And a set appointment is the end outreach, is the end result of the process that is called lead nurturing. And so with that being said, you must understand that without manual lead nurturing, aka calling every single lead, you're just not playing the game properly. You're just leaving money on the table. And so with that being said, I wanted to share this with you because I see that many people struggle with this. Many solo pros do not understand this. They are thinking about lead prices will be as a lead driver of their decision making when they're looking for outside leads. Hey man, I'll be buying leads because they're cheaper. Yes. But if you're not doing this process, my friend, then you will get lost and you will be just losing that money. So again, cheap leads can work, expensive leads can work. That is also, they are only leads. There's a second part which is called lead nurturing, which is always calling the leads and manually scheduling an appointment with them. That's the only way that works the best. You can have automatization, you can have AI. Yes, if you're working with volume and you have by no chance to have someone who's actually calling the leads manually, then do that. I mean, I'm talking about you running, let's say 15 appointments a day. You don't just simply don't have the time. Okay, that's okay. I got that. But if you're not there, then you must do this. And so with that being said, guys, if you need help with lead generation, if you guys need help with the nurturing, then we can help you with that. We are a lead generation and an appointment setting agency in the solar niche, and we are specialized to help you. And with that being said, click on the link, book a call with me. Again, if you are not ready to get pitched, then don't book a call with me because honestly, this will be a sales call when I will intend to show you my services and I will intend to help you. So if you're not ready for that, just don't book that call because we will not be there to chit chat. We'll be there to solve your problems. So with that being said, I hope this framework helped. And the next time you're doing anything that is lead nurturing, then you must do this. Thank you so much. Have a great day.